going on, Dragon Ball fans? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball fan manga breakdown review, where today we're going to be reviewing the official Dragon Ball Heroes manga, which is a fan-made manga set within its own timeline outside of the main canon of Akira Toriyama and Toei Animation. As for many years now, I've been reviewing and introducing all kinds of Dragon Ball fan mangas to the world created by the community for the community, so if you guys are interested in seeing and reading up on incredible stories and concepts such as Dragon Ball AF, Dragon Ball Legendary, Dragon Ball New Age, Dragon Ball X, and many others, then feel free to check out the Dragon Ball fan manga playlist in the description box for more videos such as this, as right now we are going to be diving into a brand new manga chapter. As before we begin, if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to be the first to know when a new video is posted onto this channel, as we kick off Dragon Ball Heroes Dark Demon Realm manga chapter number 2, with us having to dive within the Demon Realm, as the narration goes on to state this is the Demon Realm, as we get to see how Towa is beginning to use the energy she collected to her usage in saying, this is the energy obtained from those of great strength. Now it's time to wake up and guide us, the once sealed world of the demons. So Towa's main objective here is to use the energy she has collected over different periods of time, different functions in different dimensions, in using that to her advantage in returning to the Demon Realm and opening up the demon world, as we get to see how all of a sudden the entity known as Mechikabura-sama actually awakens and saying, it's been a very long time, my dear Towa, I appreciate what you did. As Towa says, I'm not worthy of such words, if only you knew how much I longed for this day. As Mechikabura goes on to state, however, my body still can't move well. As Towa says, don't worry about that, in which, surprisingly enough, a being that resembles that of a Namekian shows up with a interesting symbol on his head, which resembles that of the Timebreaker symbol. Goes on to state, it seems the 7 orbs created by this person have the mysterious power to grant any wish. And that's when Mechikabura says, oh, that's pretty interesting. With these orbs, I can wish back my youth, and I can take my revenge over that petty Supreme Kai of time. As Towa says, well then, let's begin, as the Namekian points down in shooting the glass container, but the energy repels back up in the sky. As Mechikabura says, what? I don't feel any change. What does this mean? Speak up, as the Namekian states the one to have his wish granted is he who gathers the 7 Dragon Balls, which means that they originally thought that they were actually able to grant Mechikabura his youth in allowing him to gain his revenge, as interestingly enough, once they shot the glass container, we get to see how magical orbs are scattered all throughout the sky, as Towa goes on to state, could they have been the orbs of light that have just scattered the Dragon Balls? And that's when even Towa goes on to state, so this is troublesome. Mechikabura-sama, I'm deeply sorry. And Mechikabura's like, it's fine. I found one. It appears it has flown beyond space-time. And that's when Towa's like, I will locate them immediately, with Mechikabura stopping her and saying, before that, Towa, come here, as he turns around and telling Towa, I bestow you a new power, the power of a demon god. As we go back to the time nest, as it goes on to state this history, okay fine, this one has a problem as well, oh, and this one as well, what's going on? As the Supreme Kai of Time, Goku and Trunks are basically looking over a lot of time distortions, as the Supreme Kai is screaming and saying, this history is strange, what is going on? That's when Goku's like, it's been half a year, and that's when Trunks is like, long time no see, because Trunks and Goku went off to train in the previous manga chapter, because the Supreme Kai basically said, okay Trunks, if you want to help me, you're going to have to get stronger, and by getting stronger, I am going to summon the strongest warrior in your memories, i.e. Goku, for you to get stronger in helping me in this time of need. So it looks like half a year has passed since Goku and Trunks actually trained, and we get to see how the Supreme Kai is very, very, very frustrated, because behind her are a pile of seals, as she goes on to state, it hasn't been a long time at all. I changed the flow in time in the room that you were training in. It hasn't even been 3 days since you've entered the room, which basically sums up the amount of time that Goku and Trunks actually spent in that specific training room, as Trunks goes on to state, you've checked all these scrolls in just 3 days? As the Supreme Kai replies by saying, you came in a good time. I found a disturbance in history. Towa and Mira again. I'm not sure, but it's a bit different from before. And that's when she's pushing Goku and Trunks and saying, anyway, hurry up, I'm counting on both of you. you. And that's when Goku's like, you're not coming, Supreme Kai? And that's when Supreme Kai looks at Trunks and saying, how much energy do you think I've spent calling you here, moving you through space and time, and changing the time of the training room? Not only that, but also checking the scrolls without sleeping. Are you really expecting me to continue this hard labor? And Trunks is like, alright, we'll be going, no problem, just don't scream at us. And that's when they create a gateway as Goku and Trunks make their way through the portal, and that's when Goku's like, I've been here before, as Trunks looks down and saying, wait a minute, that's, and we get to see how Final Form Frieza is holding Super Saiyan Goku by the neck. Now, what's most important about this is this predates all the way back to the very first fight between Goku and Frieza on planet Namek. However, if you can notice something on Frieza's chest, it looks to be that of the Dragon Ball, as Trunks goes on to state, Frieza? Why is he alive? I've taken care of him already back in the day. And that's when Goku's like, and there's a guy that looks just like me there. Like, what's going on? As they both go on to state, this is a past world. We've come here to stop history from changing. And now that you mention it, Supreme Kai also said that. And that's when Goku's like, but I feel an energy several times stronger than when he fought me. As Trunks rushes towards Frieza and saying history has been changed. And at this rate, this is bad. And he flies down as Frieza holds up his hand in his attempts of killing Son Goku. So this is a history to where Frieza is actually about to kill Goku instead of the opposite way around of Goku sparing Frieza's life, as Trunks swoops on down and punching Frieza directly in the neck. And as he punches Frieza in the neck, if you pay very close attention to Frieza's eyes, he looks over at Trunks and he doesn't seem to be bothered in the least, because the minute Frieza gets punched by Trunks, he immediately grabs Trunks by the hand, he lets go of Goku, and he throws Trunks through one of the mountains, as immediately as Frieza is about to fight Trunks, Xeno Goku comes in, teleporting and kicking Frieza in the face. And as soon as Xeno Goku kicks Frieza in the face, the other Super Saiyan Goku goes on to state, wait, another me, with Goku very effectively managing to kick Frieza off of regular Son Goku, but it only works for a very short period of time, because once Frieza bounces back, he manages to headbutt Goku, causing Goku to fly back. And that's when regular Super Saiyan Goku's like, I'm not sure what's going on, but I want to see the power of an attack from the other me. I want to see what the other me can do. And that's when Xeno Goku's like, seems very interesting, because it looks like no matter how strong Super Saiyan Goku is at that time, he is in no way, shape, or form even qualified to fight the Frieza that both Trunks and Xeno Goku are now fighting against. But then, one of the coolest things ever happens, Super Saiyan Goku and Xeno Goku combine in carrying out the Kamehameha together, as both of them equally cry out Kamehameha, as they both fire the blast from different directions, which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, in seeing two incarnations of Goku firing off the Kamehameha at Frieza. So as we get to see Super Saiyan Goku's Kamehameha and Xeno Goku's Kamehameha go into play, Frieza all of a sudden begins to transform. He's beginning to power up into his 100% form, as a very, very cool panel shows Frieza holding back both Kamehamehas with both his right and his left hands. And we see how both the Kamehamehas are attempting to pretty much sandwich him in, and Goku goes on to state, and to think his power has risen this much, unbelievable. But then as Frieza is holding back both of the Kamehamehas, Super Saiyan Goku actually notices something in the distance, and then all of a sudden Trunks swoops in and slicing Frieza in half. It was a very gory yet a very awesome moment to see how Trunks came in from behind and coming in clutch, and not only slicing Frieza in two, but also managing to notice a Dragon Ball in the middle of his chest as well, as Trunks goes on to state, a Dragon Ball? No, it's different. What is that sinister ball? As the ball drops onto the ground, and it resembles that of an actual Dragon Ball, but isn't, as Frieza's body falls down onto the ground, as Goku goes on to state, things were getting good, you didn't have to do this, Trunks. And then Trunks is like, yes, I'm sorry, but still, it's like I needed to do that. And then all of a sudden we see how someone appears and saying, so, these things affect living beings, it seems, as we see a hand reach down and grabbing the Dragon Ball, and it seems to be the demon god now known as Towa. Towa, as she goes on to state, "Dark Dragon Balls. What interesting objects, isn't it?" And Trunks is like, "Towa, you were behind this after all." So he goes on the attack, but Towa completely stops him as she pounds her stick down onto the ground, and Trunks just stops. He just drops down, and Son Goku and Xeno Goku are like, "Wait, who are they?" And Trunks can't possibly move. Trunks is down as Towa goes on to state, "Impressive. This is the powers of a demon god. Let's return, Mira." As Mira agrees, as Trunks says, "Wait, this time I won't let you escape. I'll show you the results of my training. Kame." And for the first time, Trunks is the one using the Kamehameha, and Mira notices this, and he quickly just swoops in front of Towa and taking Trunks' Kamehameha blast. And that's when even Mira's like, "Towa," as he gets hit right in front of her, as Towa's infuriated and saying, How dare you do this to Mira? I'll remember this," as she fades away with whatever's left of Mira, as Mira took a head-on Kamehameha from Trunks, and that's when Trunks is left there standing there and saying, "Dark Dragon Balls, we have to hurry and report this to the Supreme Kai. If we go to the space-time gate we came from, we'll be able to return to our world." As we hear Frieza in the background, and he's just moaning and saying, "Ugh," and that's when Trunks is like, "That Frieza, he's still alive. Wait, Goku, history has most likely have been corrected into the right direction. We shouldn't stay here. We have to go." As we see both Xeno, Goku, and Trunks leave, and that's when we get to see how the original placement between Goku and Frieza comes about, because Frieza is begging and saying, "Help me," and that's when Goku gives him a bit of his energy and saying, "I've shared a bit of my own energy, now you're on your own." So basically here, the timeline has been corrected in the fact that Goku had done what he originally was sent out to do in giving Frieza energy and continuing the timeline. But then over in the Demon Realm, we get to see how Towa hands over Mechikabura one of the Dragon Balls and saying, "Take this." And that's when Mechikabura goes on to state, "Yes, you did well. Now there's only 6 left." As Mechikabura cries out to the Demon Realm and saying, "Majins, go and gather the rest of the Dragon Balls," as the manga chapter comes to a close. So we come to an understanding that the reason why Towa became a dark demon god was directly from Mechikabura himself. We also get to see how the dark Dragon Balls can actually influence a host or influence a person once they're scattered all throughout the dimensions and all throughout the timeline. So what's most interesting about this as well is seeing how the Supreme Kai of Time was able to speed up the training cycle of Goku and Trunks to allow them to get stronger, so much so, but to where she shortened the time to where they didn't even realize that yet. So we understand now that Mira, to our knowledge, has been destroyed, or at least for the time being, and Towa now, by having one of the Dark Dragon Balls, is actually going to go on to collect the rest of the 6 to gather and summon the Dark Dragon in order to grant Mechikabura's wish, which we don't really know the origins or the backstory to Mechikabura as of this chapter, but as we carry on forward, we are going to get to learn more, because in the previous manga chapter, we've learned about Timebreaker Bardock, we've learned about the distortions in time, and it looks like Towa now, her next mission is not only to bring the demon world back into existence, but also searching out to find the rest of the 6 Dark Dragon Balls to allow Mechikabura to become young again and potentially even much more powerful than how we've seen before. But it looks like Mechikabura has the ability to do limitless kind of things in granting the powers of a demon and the powers of a demon god upon its host. So that's pretty scary to know, but I did enjoy this manga chapter. The only thing that I did not enjoy is seeing how Frieza was able to push back both of the Kamehamehas without a full explanation as to why the Dragon Ball was allowing Frieza to become so much powerful, because Xeno Goku arguably is one of the most powerful incarnations of Goku that you will ever get. So in the end, guys, let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. What are your overall thoughts on now Towa having to go out and find 6 of the 7 remaining Dark Dragon Balls? What are your overall thoughts on Xeno Goku teaming up with Son Goku from the Namek arc? Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys go on ahead and slap a like down below. If you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to go on ahead and punch that subscribe button. Tune back in for more. Check out the previous Dragon Ball Heroes Dark Demon Realm Chapter number 1 edition, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Cue my motherfucking outro, bitch.